Stupid Cupid, you're a real mean guy. Stupid Cupid, stupid Cupid. Happy Valentine's Day, my little lovebirds. Whether or not you're single this Valentine's Day, we all deserve to treat ourselves every once in a while. Today, I have 3 fabulous cocktails to help you celebrate the holiday of love. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first cocktail of today is called the Hibis-kiss Me. We will be serving this cocktail in a champagne flute. Now, usually we do the garnishes at the end, but for this cocktail, we're actually going to start off with our garnish. These are wild hibiscus flowers. You could basically find them at any beverages and more store. So we're just going to open up this bottle and put one into our champagne flute. This smells so good. Look at that. Wow, pretty, huh? While we still have our jar open, we're going to measure out a ½ ounce of hibiscus syrup and add it to our cocktail. Next, we're going to measure out 3/4 of an ounce of brandy. This next step is optional, but I'm going to pour a couple dashes of grapefruit bitters to amp up the fizziness of our cocktail. And last but not least, we're going to top this baby off with some champagne. Alright, let's go ahead and give our Hibis-kiss Me a little taste. Ooh, that's so sweet. Not like sugary sweet, but like in love kind of sweet. Like, this is the kind of cocktail I would give my man during Valentine's Day if I had a man. And also just the presentation is just stunning. The grapefruit bitters adds more bubbles after you add the champagne to it. And it also brings like a brightness to the cocktail as well. This is like one of those cocktails that you just want to sip and like savor the flavors. It's beautiful, it's delicious. I love it. Makes me feel in love. Okay, let's move on to cocktail number 2. Moving on to our second cocktail. This one's called the Conversation Heart. For this one, we're going to be using a shaking tin, and we're going to start by pouring 1.5 ounces of gin. Next, we're going to use 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps. Next is 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Now we're going to use a bar spoon of apricot jam. For our last ingredient, we're just going to use an egg white. Alright, now it's time for our first shake for this cocktail. The reason why we're doing 2 shakes today, one with ice and one without ice, is to create a nice foamy top at the top of the cocktail. Alright, now we're going to shake with ice. Now it's time to strain our cocktail into our coupe glass, and we're going to top it off with a tiny little conversation heart for garnish. Alright, let's go ahead and have a taste. Cheers! Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh. I love the velvety texture that the egg white brings to the cocktail. It's the perfect amount of apricot even though we use like a whole bar spoon of apricot jam, it doesn't like overpower anything. You could definitely taste that as like the main flavor, but it's so thoroughly incorporated into the drink that even with the egg white, it's just a nice velvety texture. And it with the gin and the lemon, it's such like a, it's like a bright and happy cocktail. I love this. Oh, I love this. This is delicious. All right, our last cocktail is a chocolate covered strawberry martini. We're gonna be using a shaking tin for this cocktail as well. We're gonna start with 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka. Next, we're gonna use 1 ounce of white creme de cacao. Following that, we're gonna use 1 ounce of French vanilla coffee creamer. Next, we're gonna muddle in 1 large strawberry. Now we're just gonna add some ice and shake. Now we're gonna just strain the cocktail into our martini glass. And because it is a chocolate covered strawberry martini, I decided to rim this cocktail with some white chocolate. And we're gonna use a fine strainer to double strain. And now for the final touch, a strawberry. Oh, she looks so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and have a taste. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. It's so smooth too. Definitely make sure to double strain this, because if you don't, you're just gonna get the bits of strawberry, which might be nice if you like that, but I prefer my cocktails to be nice and smooth. So honestly, picking a chocolate covered strawberry I thought would be pretty basic, but this is actually so nice and delicious to taste. Yes. If you want something that's gonna scream Valentine's Day for your partner, this one's definitely gonna be the one for you. All right, that's the end of today's episode. I hope you guys have a fantastic Valentine's Day full of love and wonderful memories. Let me know in the comments down below how my recipes turned out for you when you try them out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay fly!